You've been pretty sick recently. Not the cool kind, but the unwell kind. Not the cool kickflips skateboard kind, but instead the rich Victorian lying in a large bed, dying of the cold kind of sickness. Nothing too major, but what if it becomes something major? That can't be fun. It could be onset or, well, something. Anything. It's always best to check in with a professional, but what if they find the most deadly disease ever found by men, but they saved you just in time because you noticed the signs? This is called being smart and prepared. Get it checked out early before it causes issues in the future. Better safe than dead, that's what they say. It was difficult to find any good doctors on short notice. But just as you were losing hope finding a doctor, you found a colorful poster advertising only the best doctor services around. Wait, what in the world? The poster said, "Free doctors for you, limbs for lives, redeem yourself today." And features what you assume is a doctor, poorly edited onto a muscular man's body. Wait, I need to fully breathe this in. Free doctor for you. Oh God, this is beautiful. This is a piece of art right here. Oh God, is that Terry Crews's body? Nah, ain't no way. The fine print reads, "If you show up to my practice, you are signing your rights to me. Any complications or issues after my surgery is not my problem. X3." It continues, "I am friendly and can guarantee you will not die under my helpful hands. I assure you will love me and my charms." And who can deny a service like that? Yes, the poster is questionable. It feels a bit unprofessional for a doctor, but you like a doctor with good humor. Nothing fun with a dull doctor. If someone is telling you that you have an incurable illness, you want them to do it with a smile. The poster mentions great service, great humor, a charming doctor, and a redemption service too. You're not sure what that means, but that's probably a good thing. Maybe. So you called up yesterday and got a time slot for today, and now you're here. You thought a time slot for the next day was a bit suspicious, but, well, you're desperate. Plus, he did assure you that you won't die under his watch. To get to this clinic, you walked through what feels like acres of wood and greenery, but the doctor on the phone did guide you this way. It's very far out. You walked almost 2 hours to get here, which is pretty scary, honestly, but you've walked all this way now. As you continue walking through the forest, you start to see a clearing fading in. As you arrive to the location of the clinic, you notice it doesn't look like any kind of doctor's office. It looks like an old school, actually. That's nothing too bad. You suppose people convert old buildings all the time. It's not too old. The only implication that this is a doctor's office is the sign that reads "Fun Doctor," which is crudely painted on a metal sheet. So artsy! You wait around for the doctor to show up. You twiddle your thumbs a bit. You begin to nonchalantly whistle. He did tell you to wait outside. Huh. Would it be rude to try and enter? I mean, he's late at this point. Going inside couldn't hurt. You need to sit down after all that walking to get here. This location is very isolated. You reach your hand out to grab the doorknob and begin pulling on the door. Huh? Also, wait, hold up. Is there supposed to be audio? Well, there is audio in this game, but I guess we haven't gone to that part yet. And who might you be? An intruder, a thief, perhaps, or even a demolitionist here to destroy my good practice? Get away from my door, criminal! What? Joking. I know who you are, I think. You must be my patient. Right on time, too. How keen. Well done. Thanks for staying outside, too. Too many patients like wandering in. Then they end up interrupting my hard work. Very rude. I mean, imagine just wandering into the doctor's room in a regular hospital if you weren't called on. Unacceptable. This must be your doctor. Definitely not a typical doctor. He's reasonably tall and has very long blue hair. Much more hair than it seems safe for a doctor. Can I flirt with a doctor? Like, is this something I can do? Like, can I be completely unprofessional with the doctor? It reaches down to his waist, and that's with his hair tied up in a yellow scrunchie. Who knows how long it would be if it was down. He is wearing what you think is a doctor's outfit, but his sleeves are exaggeratedly large, and the rest of his outfit seems far too casual for a practicing doctor. He's wearing a light brown shirt, brown trousers, and large brown boots, and a coat that seems to be far too large for him. Up to patient. Hello. There's no doctor business happening outside, you know. It's all in the building. That's where you go to get better. I can't exactly bring all my equipment out here. Could I? He shakes his head. No, it's not the time to develop my on-road surgery service idea. Kinda like takeout, but instead of food, you order a doctor. Let's go inside. Come on in now. I'm very busy, you know. There's more patients after you. Now, you're not one to judge a book by its cover, but you're beginning to get weird vibes from this doctor. His lack of general professionalism strikes you as odd and a little untrustworthy. Despite this, you are quite sick, and you doubt that's going to get any better soon. This is the closest you've got to help. The doctor leads you into the building, past the double doors at the entrance. Upon entering, you are greeted with a long hallway with a very bright decor. You're not used to such vibrant colors in a doctor's office. Usually they're pretty sterile and monochromatic. Nice place, right? Very lively. Many colors. Did he decorate the place himself? You could count this as the waiting room, but I don't really use it often. I try not to have my patients' time slots overlap, as I said before. That's inefficient. I can't have my patients waiting around needlessly. I should be able to dedicate all my time to my current patient, I say. Well, he's passionate at least. Follow me this way to my workstation. The doctor walks ahead, down the hallway. You can't help but feel like there's something really weird about this setup, and about this doctor's general demeanor. Just who is this guy? Is this even a licensed practice? You're starting to doubt that. A lot. The hall is pretty long, with an office window to the left. It seems to lead to a room full of sofas, paperwork, and tech, like computers, a printer. He guides you past this window, past the waiting room, sofa, and down the very pink hall. Past the hall, there's a right, then a door with remnants of possibly blood on it? This is his door. Don't mind the stains. You know how it gets sometimes. I've been meaning to clean it for a long time, but now the stains are so tough, it's impossible. So it's just decoration now. He gently opens it and gestures for you to go in before him. Go on, patience first. That's only polite. You stare at him for a moment, then stare at the dark abyss that the door opened up to. The room is unbearably dark. Looks as if there's a void in the room. Are you going to put the light on? Why, of course! He does not move from his position. You're expecting him to turn the lights on, but he stands there, staring at you. You notice that he doesn't seem to blink this entire stare down. So, the light? Yes, I will get it. You think it's best to give it up and just walk in the deep, dark room. You're sure he'll turn it on. Eventually. As you walk into his office, you notice it's so dark you can't see anything at all. I usually keep this place quite dark. All the better to work with, you see. Really? I'll turn on this little lamp here. It'll make some light for us. You hear him bump a few objects over, which clatter and bang as he walks through the darkness, eventually reaching the lamp. As he does, the room illuminates, but only slightly. You can only make out a surgical bed planted in the center of the room. The dim light seems to come from a large lamp. It looks old-fashioned, or at least worn. But the bed, it's, well... Blood! I completely forgot to clean up before you arrived. Very unprofessional. I'm extremely sorry. That is a lot of blood. Don't let it concern you. This was from my previous surgery I did not too long ago, like 20 minutes ago. I was operating on her liver. Cutting someone open can get a bit messy. I said that in a scary way. I could see the concerned look on your face. She's alive. Don't worry too much. Don't worry. My methods are safe. I cut people open the absolute best. I'm not too good with reassuring words. All I can assure is nothing bad happened, dear. Promise. And that's a doctor's promise, so you know it's very legitimate. He's harping on a little too much about this not being bad. That is starting to seem otherwise. Oh, before we begin, my name is Dr. Guthermuth. If you're not a formal kind of person, you could just call me Medicua. That's my name. If you're curious on what this cool doctor could possibly be named. You suppose you'll refer to him as Medicua. Seems like the friendly thing to do. Now, let's get down to business. Doctor business, that is. What seems to be your issue? When you called, you said you were feeling sick. Can you tell me all about it? I need the gritty details of your ailments pronto. Then we can get some treatment. Wait. I'm gonna make a save, because, what if I told him I've got a broken heart? A broken heart? I don't think I'm qualified to fix that issue. I only do physical issues. How can I fix a broken heart? Did you confuse a therapist for a doctor? Because they are far more qualified for this issue. I'm not sure I have the knowledge to help with woe and misery. Not my forte, you know? Not my niche. Unless your heart is very literally broken. Like your heart itself is shattered into pieces. No, that makes no sense. That is impossible. Unless you're a medical marvel with a real-world heart shattered into pieces. I know relationship issues are tough, but you should maybe seek other avenues to fix them. Not me. I mean, what can I do to fix this? What services can this doctor do for you? Wait. The only thing that can save me is a hot doctor with long blue hair. Teach me about love. The only thing that can save me is a hot doctor with long blue hair. He looks at you quite surprised for a moment, unsure of what to say in response to your sudden flirtation. You think I'm hot? Oh, stop it, you. You flatter me so. But it is just so unprofessional for a doctor to flirt with a patient. I mean, how unethical. It's simply not right. You're supposed to be here for medical help, not romantic help. So I appreciate your lovely words. It seems as if he doesn't get compliments from strangers often, but you suppose his patients are too busy getting ripped apart to compliment him. You could lean more into this. He says it's unethical, but considering the chair you're sitting on is covered in blood, he's likely already way past ethical. The only thing unethical here is how unethically hot and sexy you are, Doctor. This time, he seems more confused than flattered. He looks at you like you're crazy in some way. Yeah. Thank you. Again, flattered, but still unethical. Wait, aren't you here because you're sick? Why have we gotten to how hot and sexy I am? Which is, by the way, very true, but entirely unrelated to your sickness. Or wait, maybe. Just maybe. Did you come here not because you're sick, but because you saw my poster and thought I was really hot? That's it! I see your play now. An elaborate ruse to trick dear old Medicua into bringing you into his clinic just to flirt with him. How ingenious. I see your plot now. I wish I knew sooner to prep for this occasion, but alas, I can make do. Clearly, the medical office isn't the place for us. It feels inappropriate. Let us take this somewhere more fitting. Yeah, let's get somewhere more romantic. Let me change you to something more comfortable. Suddenly, the room gets dark. You can't make out Medicua or the bed or anything. The room gets scarily quiet too. You can't hear Medicua moving around or anything, just complete silence. Maybe this joke flirting was a bad idea after all. You sit and wait for something to happen. You would move, but it's so dark you're not sure what you'd walk into. You're sure he has lots of sharp objects and traps and devices all around this room. Not worth the risk. Then suddenly, the lights flash on, showing a new room entirely. The room is brightly decorated, almost TV show as decor. There are bright lights shining in your face. The room you're in has 2 colorful sofas in front of a painted wooden panel, which you assume is supposed to be a stage wall. There's large blinding lights pointing directly at the scene. You really feel as if you're part of a movie set. Then you notice Medicua standing in front of you in a completely different outfit. He has a full face of makeup, as well as a sparkling pink dress. You're not really sure how he changed and put this dress on in such a short period of time. But he suits it quite well, even if it contrasts the dirty, oversized doctor outfit he was just wearing. Hello again. Doesn't this seem more fitting for your devilish intentions? I like the dress on you. If you really want to earn this doctor's love, you have to get to know me first. Take me out to dinner, you know. Except this isn't dinner. Why, this is my very own custom sitcom. I have no idea how he managed to get you here and change all in such a short amount of time. You're convinced it was short at least. Does he just have the setup lying around and waiting until people started flirting with him? Let us run through the rules, shall we? You and I will be acting in a sitcom scenario where I am your married husband of 25 years, but we are currently in a tumultuous time of our relationship and slowly falling out of love. You must use your beautiful words and actions to rekindle our love to save our family and the lives we have built together. And for context, we have a minimum of 6 children, and I have been male pregnant for all of the Dr. Ambrag! The rest is improv. You can make up your job, life, whatever. If you succeed in rekindling our love, you earn this doctor's respect. And if you fail, which body part is your least favorite? You don't like what this question implies. My least favorite? I mean, I don't really need my liver. I do need my liver. I like having my liver intact. Kidney? I could spare a kidney. My feet, I need my feet for only feet. Eyeballs? I'll give you a kidney. Yes, I'll keep note of that. So if you fail, I'll be taking that body part. Sound good? No? You look really scared, concerned, confused. Listen, if you are a good actor, you'll be fine. So don't mess this up. Plus, I'm a very good surgeon, so you won't have to worry about dying or anything. He winks right at you. Just follow my lead. Medicua takes a heavy breath in, meditating himself, preparing himself for his character. He takes a few long breaths, muttering to himself as he exhales and inhales. Then he... Oh, our relationship can never be! You've been so cold recently! Your side of the bed feels like an ice cube. Your heart feels like an iceberg. Your love is an abyss. I've tried everything. I've tried to help you through your troubles and your life, but you just never want to accept help. You want to make it worse for yourself. Always. I just don't think we can be. A little tear forms in his eyes as he turns away from you, flipping his long hair in your direction. How do I respond? Oh my god. I promise I still love you. Life has been hard. Listen, I promise. I I love you dearly, but recently my life as a lifelong forklift driver has been taking its toll. The forklift needs me, but I need you too. But the forklift needs me more sometimes. Medikwa turns to you solemnly. I know you're passionate for the arts of the forklift and such vehicles, but what about us? Your job can't be your excuse always. I mean, you can still work around your job for me, but for the kids, I know you can have free time, but you use that free time at the bar with beer. I just feel so alone. The kids, they feel so alone. He's getting really into this roleplay. You're starting to think this is something he's really wanted to do for a while, and it's just using you as an excuse to act. He has a lot of energy and passion for it, that's for sure. And he loves making up scenarios. You just have to play along. I'm sorry, work gets so difficult at times. Sometimes I need the beer to get me to the next day. What about your family? Doesn't your family help you out through the day? It just feels like you don't want to be with me at all. No, I do. All I want is to be with you forever and ever, my darling love princess, baby, love. He blushes a little and looks to the ground. Well, if you do, why don't you show it? I never feel like you love me anymore. You put a hand on Medikwa's arm and stare into his eyes. What can I do to fix this? Could you quit your job? Oh, man! Oh, God, I can say forklift for life. Oh my God, I'll quit my job for you, Medikwa. You'll really quit your job? That means we can finally work this out. Maybe even go to couples therapy. We can finally be married again, lovers. He holds both your hands, staring right into your eyes. You would really do that? For me? Who's going to pay for the therapy bills? For our 6 beautiful children. I feel bad in a way. I don't want to take you away from what you love, but it's tearing us apart. I think a new job is the only way we can be lovers again. Let's move away from here, from this place. Let's get a new start, away from all this, where we can begin life anew, as a marriage. And leave my friends, everything I know. It's for us. I just want a way out of here. I want a fresh new start. This town is a terrible place, full of forklifts and misery. A new beginning, my love. A new place for us, for our love. Let's get out of here, please. Man, let's leave this place. Yes, let's get out of here. Start anew. With 5 cats, a dog, a couple of hamsters, 1 big lizard and that eats all the hamsters, 12 rats to team up and eat the lizard, and a bird, preferably a budgie, but no heavy preference. Doesn't that sound beautiful? A place where we can just get away. Let's book the first bicycle to Loversville and rekindle the flame of our dying love. Just us. Maybe that could work. Yeah, that sure sounds good. Oh yeah, and our 6 kids too, obviously. They can run around in our giant new yard chasing the 12 rats and maybe eating a few for dinner. Ah, life could be so beautiful. You are absolutely insane, Medikwa. You place your hand on Medikwa's back. It sounds perfect, honey. I know, it really does. Okay, let's get our stuff together and leave this place. Let's learn to love each other again. And scene. I left you with a cliffhanger like classic sitcoms, so you really want to watch the next episode. Smart, isn't it? What a beautiful scene. We may have not rekindled our love, but we may have made something new. I think our relationship can truly make it in the end. Did I do that right then? Yes, I would say so. Perfectly acted. I was so immersed in being your sad, lost partner. Why, for a moment, I really did feel like we have been married lovers for years and years. It was kind of beautiful. He wipes one lonely tear from his eye. Well done, my friend. Well acted. Did you ever go to acting classes? You should have. I promise my love as a reward for success, and I am not a doctor who deceives. He brings out lipstick and a mirror from his dress pocket, looking into the mirror as he reapplies lipstick. It takes a bit to do this, getting it perfect. He then turns to you, leans in, and gives you a small kiss on the cheek. Weirdly, the cheek kiss feels healing. The sickness you were feeling earlier on feels like it fully dissipates from your body. You feel rejuvenated. You're not sure if it's maybe a placebo or he really gave you a healing kiss. There you go. Such a high honor, you know. A kiss from a celebrity doctor. Take it in stride. You should put your cheek in resin to immortalize the kiss forever. He slaps you gently on the back with a big cheery smile. Well, I hope you feel better now, my little friend. You do. You really do feel better. You look much better, honest. Must be my mediqua charm. Yeah, it must be. This was so weird. Role-playing with your doctor to save your body parts. But weirdly, you've grown to feel quite connected with him. He does really have a mediqua charm, even if he's incredibly odd. Ending a healing kiss. Oh, okay. Okay, I am risking my kidney for this, but I'm going to be absolutely awful. How is it my fault? You never reach out or tell me anything. You never open up to me about all these emotions until it's too late. I didn't even know you were this upset until just now. How am I supposed to know how upset you are? You don't communicate. How could you not notice? Do you not have eyes? Must I tell it straight to your face? Surely you can tell from basic context clues that I am upset. This just shows how distant we've been. You don't even notice my feelings anymore. It hints. Is hints and obvious sadness not enough for you? You have to be told right to your face. You haven't asked if I'm okay in months. It's so cruel. He pulls out a handkerchief and pretends to wipe a tear, but he definitely wasn't crying. Then he falls to the ground, landing on his knees, kneeling, hanging his head, looking right at the wooden ground. I feel so empty. All these years of us being together, and it ends like this. It's all because of that job. You're always working. You're never home. I bet you're seeing another beautiful person at the warehouse. I know it. That's why you never see me. You're seeing your work wife. I know it. I bet she's so much better than me. You chose being a forklift driver over your lover? No, that's not true. I don't see anyone but you, and I don't choose work over you either. But what can I do to fix this? I have to work. Quit your job. Have time for me. Huh? Forklift for life, I'm sorry. You're serious? You really value driving a vehicle over me? I see. I get how it is. Hey! Hey! People love it when you're forklift certified, okay? And I worked hard for my forklift certification. I don't have a forklift certification. Like, I don't even know how I got this job. Is there really nothing I can do to convince you to try to help fix this? I can't let this fall apart. You can fix this. You can fix this by letting me keep my forklift. It's my life, my passion, my love. Your love? Your love is your forklift? Ah! Your forklift! And not your loving husband! Me! I love you too, honey. I can love multiple things, you know? Well, it sounds like you love your forklift me than me. That's not true at all. It's not, huh? Well, if it really isn't true, you had to prove it to me. Let's leave here. Start a new life. Just us. Just a new life of just us forever. If you really love me, you'll get a fresh start with me. True love is going through thick and thin together. A new start could save our love. Please. He turns to you, tears minorly forming in his eyes. I can't leave here. I'm sorry. I see. I understand. It's not easy to up and leave the life you've lived. It's everything, you know? I understand. Maybe I'm taking it too far. Moving away is a pretty big choice. But I just don't think I can keep living like this. This town, it isn't for me. I feel so restricted here. I mean, I can't follow my dreams here. I've just been staying here. For you. I want to be an actor. No, too typical. A background dancer. But this town, it doesn't accept my goals. Medikwa looks away into the distance, pondering his next move. Will he leave this place? Leave you? Start anew? Only he can tell. I need more time to think. The things you said tonight, it made me wonder a lot about the nature of our relationship and my life. I need time to process. That's okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. And scene. How did I do? He squints his eyes and looks around the room a bit. I feel like better words could have been chosen for your convincing. Like, I know it isn't easy, but I didn't feel comforted, really. In fact, I felt pretty soulless. It ended with me feeling as lost as I was before. Nothing rekindled or fixed. What does that mean for me, then? Medikwa pauses and stares at you for a long, egregious moment. Then he lets out a large, twisted smile. Well, I told you in the beginning, didn't I? He begins inching closer to you, slowly but surely, with a grin, grabbing something from his pocket as he walks. Oh no. He slowly walks and pulls out a small scalpel, brandishing at you. This is just a joke, right? You slowly back away from him as he inches closer to you. I love jokes! But this is very serious, actually. A deal's a deal, my friend. You said if you failed, I could have a body part. That's fair, isn't it? Rules are rules. He keeps getting closer. You keep moving back until you bump your back into a wall. I'm screwed. You feel around the wall to see if there's an escape from here as Medikwa stares right at you. You're cornered. Medikwa lets out a jovial laugh as you hear his footsteps bellowing against the floor. Again, don't worry. I do have a PhD, a doctorate, all that. I'm a professional, you know. So, lose that sweat and turmoil, my friend. He's right next to you. You'll be fine. Just relax and let me take your body part. Allow me to redeem and change you in ways never comprehended by men. All you need to do is trust me. Ending. Trust. I should not have trusted Medikwa. Right, what if I asked the doctor to teach me about love? Love advice? Not sure if I'm the one for that. I mean, I'm a doctor, not a relationship therapist or something. That could be an interesting job after I retire from doctoring. Relationship drama. How interesting. I think I would make all their relationships worse, though. That being said, I don't think I can help with your relationship trouble. My only advice is this. If they don't want to dissect by you, then they don't want to be with you. And that's a fact studied by romance science. Romance science being his personal romance science, you imagine? That's the only advice I have, though. Do you want some other kind of medical help, or did you really just want someone to talk to? I understand being lonely, but I'm not your guy. Another service? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure flirting Medikwa will lead us to the same endings we got earlier. So let's try the redemption services. Oh, my redemption services! Amazing! My favorite procedure. Well, it's what my clinic is built upon, so well, you'd hope I'd liked it. What exactly is a redemption service? You don't know? Yet you still ask for it? How bold. I like your energy. It's on most of my ads and posters, but I guess I'll give you a rundown. Medikua's redemption services are surgeries which intend to redeem the patient of their previous wrongdoings in life. Maybe you've injured, hit, killed someone, and the guilt weighs down on you, controlling your life. That's when you come here. You exchange a body part of some kind for the crimes you've committed. An arm for a life, a leg for violence, etc. It is an invention I created all by myself. I realized out here in wastelands of the world where anything goes, a lot of people will have a long history of crime. And plenty of these people want to change, become better people and never commit a crime again. But it's so hard to be better when the guilt consumes you. So redemption via surgery. Right. So to clear people's subconscious of their wrongdoings, they'll give away a body part to Medicua. It's a weird form of therapy, I suppose. What exactly have you done for you to crave redemption and repentance for your crime? I needed to ensure your surgery is targeted towards your specific crime. I stole a TV, I cooked an egg my granddad, I hit a deer in my car. I ate Grandpappy. He looks at you, shocked, unable to muster up something to say. Are you kidding? Or did you actually... Well, that one is new. I'm going to have to, work out a new surgery subtype for that one. Yeah. Despite being a seasoned surgeon who redeems morally corrupt people nearly daily, this really took him aback. He brings a small notebook out of his pocket and begins quickly scribbling in an incomprehensible doctor handwriting. You have no clue what it says, but you imagine he's trying to create a suitable redemption for someone who ate their granddad. He looks pretty stressed writing it down, continually looking back up at you. You think you might have unsettled him quite a bit. He might be scared that you'll eat him too. Okay, I think I have an idea. Right, so I'm going to remove all your teeth. Then you can never eat someone again. Maybe remove your tongue too. Then you can never eat someone ever again. I'm just joking. I didn't do that to my granddad. Sorry. He stares at you in disbelief for a moment. Do you mean that? Yeah, I was just joking. He breathes a sigh of relief and leans back with a more casual posture. Very funny, but this is serious work, so don't play games, okay? If you don't need redemption surgery, just say so. I'm a busy guy. I can't have my day wasted for false patients. So what do you actually want redemption for? I did none of these. What if I ate my granddad again? Please don't try that again. Just tell me what you actually want. I'm very busy, you know. What if I keep going? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I think it just loops over the same thing over and over. So, I stole a TV. I haven't actually killed anyone. So, yeah, I stole a TV. Oh, that's pretty mild, all things considered. He's probably used to crazier patients with extreme violence and evil in their blood. So a stolen TV is pretty tame. Huh. I guess we could take one of your fingers. That'll make it harder to steal TVs. Well, only mildly harder, but that's better than nothing. Was the TV you stole good? Sure. Like a giant curved flat screen or something? You're not. You don't feel like ruining his fantasy. What a feat! I almost feel bad to punish you, but, well, the customer's always right. Those TVs are huge. How'd you do it? I just picked it up and left. Hardcore. So uncaring about it too. But you still need to get the stealing urges out of you, I suppose. Let's get to work. Medicua takes in all the information you gave him and prepares for this redemption. He arranges some tools, medication, and other things you can't quite describe. While he prepares for redemption surgery, you figure you should ask a few questions while you still have the chance. Well, what gave you the idea for these redemption services? That's quite a great query. I think mainly I noticed that this world was falling into complete uncontrolled madness with evil everywhere. But no one, realistically, wants to be a bad person, right? I mean, some people do, but most don't, right? So I thought, why not give redemption services so these people don't continue their evil since they have a new clean slate? The missing body part is a constant reminder of their wrongdoings, so if they see it or feel it, hopefully they'll never commit a crime again. It frees people and hopefully stops them from continuing their crimes forever. Ta-da! Redemption services. With an estimated probably all that success rate, estimated by me right here, right now. It feels true. so it's probably true. I don't hear too much about my patients after they leave, so I don't know if it always works. I can't help but think that there's more to it than that. Do people really just open up a whole surgery business to try to help a collapsing society? It does seem crazy enough to do something like that, honestly. But something tells you it's more than that, surely. Was there a catalyst for you to create your business? A catalyst? Surely there's a reason you want to, well, go through all this effort for redemption for other people. A reason? Isn't wanting to bring peace and goodness to the waste of the world good enough? There has to be an ulterior motive? Do you not believe I'm a beautiful soul who wants to save the earth and redeem people? Why are you so curious? No one is ever really this engaged with my business. They kinda just take the service and leave. That's not me complaining though. I'm happy in a way that someone cares. I want to know who's going to be redeeming me and why. The short or long story, that's the real question. Well, you have all day. You're in my clinic, at my whims. Long it is. Maybe you made a mistake asking more. So, where do I start? Actually, this is starting to feel hyper-personal for patient-doctor relations. You're getting in my head. I do love the chance to talk endlessly. Do you, actually want to keep hearing about my woes? I don't want to bore you here. It feels pretty unprofessional to me. Yeah, I'll listen. I'd rather not lose a body part today. Oh, you want to hear? And not be redeemed? I'm mildly weirded out by your interest in me, but also too flattered to care. Right, so, the true origin of my redemption business. At one point in my life, I knew someone who was a really good, honest, and kind person. But this person, in a strive for, I guess, power? Self-fulfillment? Selfishness? Decided to take a dark path. This person left me, all loved ones, everything to pursue violence instead of a happy life. For whatever reason, I still can't understand. So I set up a redemption business, so people like that can maybe return back to the people they were once before, changing. It saves all the people they could possibly hurt too. At least I hope. It feels good to try to make people back into the good people they once were. It's not a big thing. I'm not saving the world or anything, but any mild change or help to make the world better. It feels good. Maybe I'm doing it in a silly, weird, crazy way. Yeah, but what else is there to do in a crazy, weird world? You have to tackle madness with madness, and quite frankly, I love the madness. So yeah, I guess I was just inspired by seeing a loved one's downfall. It made me never want to see someone turn out like that again. I don't want any more good people getting lost to villainy. And it's been pretty successful, I think. Maybe even one day, he'll come back and ask for redemption. I don't think I'd give it to him, though. I'm not sure. Whew! Well, that's that. Instead of redemption, you get a bleak origin story of my strange business. Honestly, though, that's all in the past now. It was years and years ago. I'm perfectly happy now with my friends and business, and I bet he's unhappy and has no friends and no business. So Medicua wins again. He's joking around, but you can tell he's still notably torn up by those events. He smiles at you awkwardly and notices that you're not smiling or laughing in return. Such a serious crowd. Maybe I am still a little stuck in the past. It's tough to get over, but I'm much better than I was before. And before, I used to cry every day. Now I own a business and cry every day. He puts his head in his hands. Who am I kidding? You see right through me. I'm still upset, but I know I just need to get over him. That's all I can do. Well, thanks for listening to me, patient. I know it's awkward to listen to the depressing musings of your doctor, but I appreciate that you did it. As thank you, your next surgery is on the house. No body part payments needed. Woohoo? Well, if you don't mind, I have more patients coming soon, and I need time to sit and lament. Medicua turns to the ground, then back at you, expecting you to make haste in your leave. If you could. He's a weird guy. He loves surgery, body parts, and cutting people up. But he has a side to him that seems genuine. You leave the office, turning around one last time to see Medikwa sitting, staring into space. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten too personal with your doctor. Oh no, I've made Medikwa. Medikwa is just so depressed now. Ending. Redemption woes. Right, I'm just gonna say I hit a deer with my car. A deer with your car? That's a classic one. Typical car driving hijinks. Me, personally, I've never hit a deer with my car. Mostly because I do not have a car and should not be allowed to drive. Why shouldn't you be allowed? I'm not me when I'm behind the wheel. Anyway, a suitable punishment for deer death. Loss of a foot. Then you can't drive. Well, maybe you can actually. Either way, this is about redemption, so let's just hope the deer killing never happens again. Sounds good, right? Sounds extreme! Oh, you'll be fine. It's just a foot, not the whole leg, silly. It's still a whole foot! Tomato, tomato. Medikwa takes in all the information you gave him and prepares for this redemption. He arranges some tools, medication, and other things you can't quite describe, but Skip, is this the craziest surgery you've ever done? Well, I once did one on my old friend. He looks at you with an indescribable, awkward expression, comically pulling on his collar. I changed the skin in front of his internal organs into a tough, transparent sheet, so you can see all his organs moving around. It's so fascinating. It always really scared people when we showed them, but for me, I thought it looked pretty cool. Did he like it? He grew to like it. Not that it matters anyway. So I do like the idea that I've left something with him forever. Good luck trying to forget this guy. Huh, I'm unforgettable. An understatement. I also exchanged a friend's lung for a light bulb. And for my magnum opus, I transferred my kidney for a BRB car. So get this, whenever my kidney area is hit, it plays Barbie Girl. It's all like muffled and stuff because it's my kidney, but it's there. Genius, isn't it? Why did you do that? Does there need to be a reason? It's fun, rambunctious, and exactly what I needed to complete who I am as a person. Do you want to test it out? He charges up his fist and throws it right in his stomach area. And from inside Medikwa, you can hear a faint, muffled rendition of Barbie Girl. Really cool, right? He looks a little pained from hitting himself in the stomach. Well, those are a few of my surgeries. What do you think? You're pretty talented. Thank you. I hope you feel more enlightened. And now, time for something even more enlightening. Your mutilation! He frantically runs around the room, getting various tools, clatting around, as he assembles whatever medieval torture method he's about to perform on you. He approaches you in the light with a big smile. Are you ready, my friend? He leans in closer, staring right through your eyes, heart, and soul. You're about to learn what it means to be truly free from baggage, from guilt. True freedom. He clenches his hand, covered in blood-drenched yellow glove on a saw. You gulp in complete fear, but this is your fate now, you suppose, and whatever sickness you had before means nothing compared to this. He readies his saw and Medikwa bandages you, making sure your new missing body part is nice and safe. You feel woozy, dizzy, dissolved, all of the above. But strangely, you also feel great. Like, you feel like a new person. How was that? Let me know if you need any other bandages or anything. Do you feel successfully redeemed? If so, please mark my review and survey. He hands you a clipboard and a sheet of paper on it that says 1. Did good? Options. Yes, maybe, and I will come back forever. Feel redeemed? Options. Yes, hell yeah, I love you. 3. Was your doctor today cute? Options. Yes. Oh yeah, I love you. 4. Do you like my drawing of myself? Below is a pretty bad doodle of him, you presume. Yes, amazing anatomy. I love you. You mark off all the, well, you mark off all of the most kind options. You don't want to insult him after all. You hand it back to him, and he reads it with complete joy in his eyes. You are simply too nice to me. Oh, you. Medikwa looks around the room, his eyes locked on something. Oh, the next patient is here in 10 minutes. Sorry, not to be rude, but I'm on a tough schedule here, you know. But hey, if you like to return for surgery or redemption, feel free. Maybe even drop by one of these days, if you like. My days off are every 6th Thursday. Starting from when? How can you know when the 6th one is? He gives you a wink. Then he gently and slowly shoves you out his practice into the hall, then through the hall to the front door. I'll see you! Medikwa waves at you with a smile. The fresh air blows onto your face. You feel no sickness, or even pain, or even mental baggage. You feel happy. You feel free. This is nice. Ending. A new start. Right, what if I went with nausea, aches, and painful limbs? Nausea and aches, I see. The classic conundrum. The first thing would be medication, right? Why is he asking you? He dissolves from the light into the darkness of the room. You hear him clatter around the room, possibly smashing a few things as he rummages around. You're not sure though, considering you can't see anything. Morphine? Probably too extreme. Prozac? No, not for this. Adderall? You hear a crunchy noise, similar to chewing, eating. Are you just like crunching up Adderall back there? Yeah, that was mine. No, I don't think any of this will do. He walks back into the light. Could you tell me specifically where your aches are? No, let's play a game. Make it fun. I'll guess where your aches are. That doesn't sound very ethical nor professional. Did you come here for ethics or professionality, or to be diagnosed and cured? Preferably both. Jeez, picky, aren't we? People these days can't appreciate the doctors having flair, camp, and charisma. Well, I'll try my best to give you all of that, but my focus is fun, healing, and leaving people feeling anew. He flicks your elbow a little. Then he pokes your temple. He shakes your ankle a little. Yes, I see. He feels for the pulse on your neck. Right, now I see. Yep, I think I'm seeing what's up. You do? Well, what is it? 2 giant tumors in your brain. You look shocked. How can you know that just by poking my limbs? Doctor's intuition. Doubt me all you want, but that's what you've got, my friend. There's no way. What? You want to take a risk with 2 giant tumors? Fine by me. I don't have that. There's no way you know that. There are tumors. Listen, it's not my life. You can do whatever you want with this information. I'm simply a doctor, a medical professional. But I can help you with your conundrum if you decide to believe me. He leans in and winks at you. I'll remove the tumors with only a small charge. Small charge? Your ear. I'll take your ear as repayment for me saving you from the tumors. I might even put it in resin. Make it a necklace. No! Gah! I thought that was a fair price too. Well, I can always give you a small discount. Half an ear? Also, I'll be keeping the tumors, but I assumed you'd be okay with that. Whew, some people are so cheap. I mean, when was the last time you used an ear? Either way, this is Medikua's final offer. How does it sound? You get rid of the tumors, I get half an ear. Sounds good, right? Well, it's certainly better than losing your entire ear. Like, what? What is the top part of the ear even used for? Balancing? Better hearing? Big deal. You've got tumors that need to be removed, or so Medikwa says. You don't entirely believe him, but it's not worth the risk. You take a slow, deep breath. And you agree to this highly experimental surgery despite what your better judgment tells you. Wow! That's amazing! You will not be let down at all. You will feel better than ever. Even. He seems overjoyed. Way too happy about this, actually. He exits from the light, and you hear shuffling and rummaging sounds. There's some clatters and bangs heard. It seems he also can't see anything and is attempting to find his equipment in complete darkness. Surely he has a torch or something. This can't be a good system. You hear a few smashes and some ouches. Then he emerges into the light with a cart full of equipment. The cart has a lot of tools that are difficult to name. Some of it doesn't even look medical, nor ethical. You're convinced one of the saws featured on the cart is for wood, not humans. But maybe you just don't know what a bone saw looks like. He touches your forehead and gently pushes you down into the bed. I know you have a lot of worries right now. It's a scary idea, but you'll have my promise. You'll be fine. I vow it'll be fast, and hopefully clean and smooth. Despite the clear dangers of the surgery, his voice and words are surprisingly soothing. You almost feel as if you're not getting an obscene, dangerous surgery. Maybe that's how he keeps getting patients. They are soothed into a false sense of safety every time. Just relax yourself, try distressing your muscles, sink into the bed. You're going to be alright. It will all be over before you know it. He shifts around your head, examining it before picking up a tool from the table. Weirdly, you haven't been given any sedatives. Isn't that normal for a surgery of this caliber? He continues working. Alright, here we go. This shouldn't be too bad, okay? Huh? I'll count you in, so it's less shocking. What about sedatives? Sedatives? Don't be a coward. This'll be like a 3 out of 10 on the pain scale. Maybe 5 out of 10. Who knows? Anyway, 3, 2, oh god, 1. You suddenly feel a blunt, piercing pain on your temple. You feel every single agonizing movement he makes on your head. It feels slow, methodical, and incredibly sore. Okay, I'm gonna make a save here, and I'm gonna scream. You let out a loud scream, so loud it surprises Mediqua, and he steps back for a mere moment. Oh, was it that painful? My apologies. You'll get used to it. I promise. Everyone does. The adrenaline rushes in and numbs that pain. Think of it like a tattoo of sorts. Those are a lot less painful when the adrenaline kicks in. Let's just hope yours doesn't wear off. Scream louder? You let out a blood-curdling, horrifying shriek. It feels like it shakes your bed for a moment. Mediqua leaps in shock from the noise, stepping back again. I didn't even do anything that time! Are you hamming this up? Very unprofessional, you know. How are you going to get your tumors removed now? Please be more quiet if you can. It's quite difficult to work on you if you're that loud. It'll cause more pain for you if you keep moving. Just don't be loud, okay? Why does he care? The clinic is in the middle of nowhere. It's not like anyone's going to hear. Well, if you scream loud enough, someone might hear. Scream as loud as humanly possible. You scream so loud, the room itself feels like it's shaking, trembling under the pressure of your lungs bellowing out. Mediqua makes a horrified expression before running and grabbing you by your shoulders, lift you up from the bed into a sitting position. He shakes you back and forth. Stop! Stop! I won't do the surgery. You don't need to scream to make me stop. Just ask nicely. Goodness, you'd think I was killing you. I just wanted to help you out. My apologies. Could you be quiet now? He seems pretty anxious about the noise you're making. Mediqua frantically begins to wipe your forehead with a cold wipe, patching up the small wounds he created before you started screaming uncontrollably. It stings, but he's very careful with wiping your head so it doesn't hurt a significant amount. Then, strangely, you begin to hear footsteps outside the room. Mediqua seems to notice these steps too and quietly mutters to himself, continuing to wipe the blood off your forehead. That should be you patched up, okay? I'm sorry I freaked you out so much. That wasn't my intention. I do just want to do a good service here. I promise. I don't want to cause that much pain to anyone. Knock, knock, knock. An unusually large amount of knocks are thrown onto the door. What's going on in there? The usual doctor business. It's very doctory in here right now. What's with the screaming? Your patients are never that scared. The patient is fine, right, patient? Right? Say something or I look crazy like I'm talking to myself. Okay, I'm coming in. The door opens and light spills into the dark room, illuminating you and Mediqua. The person walking in seems to shuffle around and searches for the main light and clicks it on from the wall. Mediqua's room is fully illuminated now. You can finally see the clinic you've been in this whole time. It's definitely got character. The clinic is a large open space with the bed you're sitting on in the middle, and littered around the room is various fridges, freezers, and storage containers. The fridges and containers seem to be drenched in both old and new blood. The fridge is leaking out blood from the bottom. There's a bed in the corner of the room. You assume this is where he sleeps, which is odd as it means he sleeps in the same room where he does his procedures. Weird. The bed is unmade and the rest of the room is pretty untidy too. There's a few plants and nice decorations in the room, so ignoring all the dangerous tools and horrifying blood, the room is nice. It's got character at least. Wait, why? A lot of the furniture and colors are mismatched. The room's general theme for cohesion is all over the place, but Medikua seems to be a pretty sporadic character, so it does suit him. There's photos of his friends around the room, as well as some posters and knickknacks. The hell is going on in here? A girl with large pink hair tied up in pigtails enters the room. She looks sternly at Medikua, ignoring you. As I said, Dr. Business. That was screaming like I've never heard before, like ever. I'm not sure that was just Dr. Business. Sounds more like bloody murder business to me. It wasn't. I never thought it would be that painful. I'm sorry, patient. As if cutting a head open wouldn't be painful? Yeah, well, as long as the patient is okay, then it's cool. I guess. Just, make sure not to cause such loud, agonizing pain next time. And less noise, please. Some of us don't like loud screaming at 2 p.m. But I guess as long as no one dies. Which they won't. I'm a professional, you know. With the amount of blood scattered around this room, you don't believe him for a second. The girl turns a gaze to Medikua and looks at you. Are you really okay? She inspects you for a moment, looking for any wounds. You don't look injured. I know it seems scary, but Medikua is pretty harmless once you get to know him. He's lovable with a weird, dark body harvesting side. Once you've known him for a while, you've become desensitized to the organ harvesting part. But he's not evil. He's cool. He's like my emotional support body part harvester. Harmless. I know how I sound. I'm just trying to be reassuring since you were screaming 2 seconds ago. You're in good hands. He's really good at whatever it is he does. Not a single person has died under his surgery. How's that even possible? Great question. Her name is Yawa, by the way. She reaches her hand out to help you stand up off the bed. You hold on. She has a nice soft touch, pulling you up to stand. See? What did I say, patient? You were in capable hands. Morally questionable capable hands. What's with this criticism all of a sudden? I'm just joking around. You know I love you. Really. I just have to keep you in check from time to time. And you do the same for me. Cause, otherwise maybe your ego or hubris would get to you. We don't want that. I lost track of what I was saying. I'm Yawa. Medikua's bestie? Yeah, bestie. DFF? I'm one of the people that lives here. One of? Yeah, a few people stay in this building, myself included. We all know each other. Good friends and stuff. Medikua just runs his practice here since he lives here. It's just easier, I suppose. We allow him to do it under the condition that he's quiet and no one dies. He's usually good at the quiet part. I do apologize for the disturbance. It's okay. I forgive you guys. For now. In the future, who knows? This is strike 11 and I still haven't decided how many strikes you actually get. We'll see. She and Medikua seem to be good friends, which confuses you. She seems pretty laid back. How is she okay with a doctor ripping and tearing people up in a building? She mentioned something about Medikua's patient staying alive earlier. You find it difficult to believe that. Considering the questionable methods Medikua uses, there's no way every patient survives. That has to be impossible. You still look quite shocked, patient. That's the effect I have on people. I leave them in complete shock and awe and amazement. Uh-huh. Yawa stares at you, thinking deeply about what to say next. Is there anything we can do to make you feel better? Your horrified expression is freaking me out. Do you have any questions? I can answer some to make you feel better. Oh, I love Q&As. Ask us questions. I was thinking less Q&A and more reassuring answers to calm the nerves. But yeah, whatever works, I suppose. How does Medikoa keep his patients alive? Oh, well, it's kind of a secret. A secret ingredient to his doctor business. I've sworn to keep it a secret. He asked me nicely. It's very secret. Only the people in this building know, and probably various other many people I've accidentally told. I find it ruins the illusion if I just tell people. He usually just says it's his pure raw medical talent. Which it is. What do you say? Meds? Is this patient good enough to know such a special secret info? I don't know, Yawa. It's so special it might haunt this patient's life knowing such a big secret. Yeah, might drive them into a complete madness spiral, sending them crazy knowing such information. Like that one guy we told who was never the same again. Yup, could be risky. Are they going to put a curse on you? A guy who was never the same again? But I'm feeling generous today. I suppose since you screamed and yelled, you can know this. Who knows? Maybe it'll help you feel less scared. No promises. You never know. I have the ability to heal people just from touch. I can cure sicknesses, injuries, and even missing limbs. I can reattach them almost instantly. That's not the interesting stuff. That's the typical stuff. The really cool thing is, I can attach anything onto or into a body, and it'll function and work just like the old body part. For example, I gave a person a light bulb for a lung. Said person is still very much alive, and has only suffered asthma as a result of my surgery. Otherwise, the light bulb lung works swimmingly. In fact, I'd say it's an incredible bonus, because this patient glows in the dark now if you shake them. I don't know how that was ever discovered. Who's going around shaking people? I am. Everyone needs to be shaken once in their lives. Figures. This seems to be pretty underwhelming and tame. What guy was never the same from this info? Do they just love lying to you? Is this all a joke to them? That doesn't seem like a crazy piece of information to know. To you and me, maybe. To people like us, Weird Al is just normal Al, but to others, he's weird. It's all about perspective. How far did you figure out you could do something like that? Attaching objects to body parts. Trial and error, self-experimentation, all the fun stuff. He changed my heart into a cow's heart, and I'm still alive somehow. I mean, my life expectancy is probably incredibly low now, but it's a cool fun fact for me to tell all the ladies. Yeah. Girls, one at a time. Cow heart girl has enough time for all of you. I feel like that would freak out the ladies. You clearly don't know anything about the ladies then. Ladies love cow hearts. I would have said bitches love cow hearts, but I won't use bad language against the ladies. Well, maybe I'd sometimes use bad language against the ladies. Depends on the lady. Very wise. Also, you are one to talk about freaking people out. You freak people out at least twice daily. Rude. Maybe I am uneducated on this matter. Maybe. I don't know what the ladies like these days. Yep, you clearly don't. She nods to herself proudly. You really feel as if you're an incredibly awkward third wheel to these besties. They clearly know each other well enough to have consistent banter, and you're just here. As you begin to shift yourself to attempt to leave, Yawa turns to look at you again. Just to clarify, I'm not a womanizer. This is all jokes. I gotta make that clear, patient. I'm cool, I promise. Looks like you can't just silently leave. So, Medikosa's patients stay alive because he's always healing them. Is that it? Basically, they can't die on my watch because I have the ability to keep them healed and well. I do my surgeries for a fee of a body part, but even a missing body part, the person stays fine and well. I think. People may think of me as a cold-blooded sadist who tortures his patients, but I'm not a man with a kill count. A doctor should keep their patients alive, and I make sure to do that. The healing goes a long way. That makes some sense, I suppose. So he still seems to have an odd fascination with body parts. He collects them like trophies. Right, how do you know Medikoa? How do I know Medikoa? That's a pretty interesting story, actually. Yawa plays with her thick hair as she thinks. She's lost deep in nostalgic thought. This isn't a question she's asked often, you assume, so she has to ponder it for a moment. Matt and I met as teenagers online on forums for miserable kids with no friends. We were both friends. We were both fans of the same band, which is how we ended up in the same areas of the internet. At first I thought he was a cute girl with long blue hair, and I thought, score! Then I saw he was, in fact, a man. But after chatting about our lives, we realized we really were similar. Similar interests, beliefs, and experiences. I didn't have many friends, so Medikwa slowly became my rock. We both went through some pretty screwed up stuff during our friendship, and he was always there for me, even if not in person. Then, after years and years of many traumatic events, we managed to meet each other in person. The rest of it's history. What a beautiful story! Medikwa is tearing up a bit. You know that story is about you. Yeah, but isn't friendship just so beautiful? She pats him gently on the back. Sure is, buddy. Well, that's how we met. Hope that tale satisfies you. It was pretty sweet, if unconventional. There's a lot missing, but it was a short summary. It's interesting to see Medikwa's friendly side. If he's able to be someone's rock, maybe he's slightly more normal than you originally thought. Only slightly, though. Alright, who are you? Me? She gives you a perplexed glance and shifts her eyes around the room for a moment. I'm just Yawa. I don't really have many interesting things to say about myself. But you are very interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's nothing interesting to tell. I like modeling and clothes. I worked as a model for a while. I do sewing and stuff. I like crime and science and do psychology stuff. Medikwa is a fascinating guy in contrast to me just being, I don't know, a cool, fashionable girl. Fascinating more so in a scientific study kind of way, though. It would be unbalanced if we were both wacky people. Matt is actually great, though. I give him flack, but he's a pretty awesome guy. I can't let that get to his ego, though. She's being humble. She is cool, sometimes. One time she saved me from a huge burning building, carried me out of it bridal style. Another time she jumped in front of a gunman and took a bullet for me. She is truly a hero. Okay, so he's lying. I wouldn't take a bullet for him. I was trying to make you seem heroic. Oh, right. And another time I saved a whole orphanage from burning flames. Too far, too unrealistic and repetitive. Screw off. Right, I think that's all the questions. Yawa fidgets with her hands for a moment, looking at Medikwa, then you, then Medikwa again. The room fills with a bit of silence. So, everything's all okay in here then, I suppose. No one's still freaked out? Really, I'm only here because I thought an active murder was happening in my building with all that screaming. And no murder hath occurred. I'm sad you even doubted me. I don't know what else to do now if you're alright, patient. I'm not sure my patience is needed anymore. Oh no, please don't leave! Even with the reassuring words of non-murderous intent, you still feel pretty anxious that Medikwa will replace your DNA with dirt or something. Is there anything you need help with? Help? Not really. Well, maybe one thing. I was gonna ask if you want to model some clothes for me, Meds. I made a few pieces recently and I need to see them on someone else. Two people are better than one, right? Why, of course! This is my favorite activity! I live each day for surgery, friends, and wearing nice homemade clothes. You just like stealing my outfits and pretending they're yours. Yep. I take it as a compliment, though. No worries. My vision is never clear if I'm the only one wearing it. I need to see my clothes work on other people. True, you need a blue-haired model. And this patient too, right? I suppose you can join in too, I guess. You don't really have anything better to do. The Yawa, world-renowned model and seamstress, wants you to model her clothes. It wasn't me that wanted it, it was you. But you're right, I am world-renowned. It's an honor to model my clothes. So let's not waste any time. Let's get stylish, I guess. Yes, let's do it. Medikwa claps his hands together in pure joy. Yawa grabs your hands and guides you out of Medikwa's room, bringing you into the hall. Both of them have big smiles on their faces. You're not sure how much you trust this duo, all things considered, but well, it's not like you have anything better to do and you don't want to let them down. So well, you suppose a makeover would be fun. And weirdly enough, with Yawa's presence, you feel like you're a part of a friendship trio or something. If Yawa's here, you'll probably be alright. She seems like she'll keep Medikwa in place. For being a medical malpractice doctor and model stylist girl, they're oddly inviting. Yawa guides you into a room with Medikwa. It's hugely pink and decorated from ceiling to floor in knickknacks and trinkets. She pulls out her handmade clothes. Maybe this could be a good friendship after all. Ending. Fashion. Oh, looks pretty good. Right, I'm gonna see what happens if I stay quiet. You stay quiet, allowing the doctor to do his work. He continues prodding into your head. It's a sharp, piercing pain. At first, it's deeply agonizing. You want to claw, tear him off your head. But as he touches your head, the pain seems to waver. The excruciating pain is still there. Yeah, it's aching through your head like a migraine. But you thought it would be somehow more painful. You don't know how he has done it, but Medikwa has subdued your pain somehow. It's concerning and comforting. You feel him poke and prod. You hear cutting and squelching, noises indescribable to you. You can't even tell what actions or body parts is making such wretched noises. I'm making good progress here. Are you feeling alright? You try to speak to him to respond, but your body is going into an exhaustive state. You can barely muster a word. Your vision is going blurry, and your limbs feel incredibly weak. You try to give Medikwa a sign in any way you can. You lift your thumb to try to convey you're feeling alright. Medikwa glances down to see the movement. Oh, great! Your brain is incredible, by the way. Lots of nice bumps and ridges. Plenty of wrinkles. More wrinkles means more intelligence. I think. Is that right? I actually don't remember. Either way, a very good brain. Solid 9 out of 10. I would say 10 out of 10. But there was this one guy with the best brain I've ever seen. It was incredible. Like, just the most perfect brain. But yours is okay too. You try to focus on whatever nonsense he's spouting, but your vision continues to blur, and your body refuses to move. You can't even wiggle a finger anymore. He keeps speaking, going on about a man he met with the best liver he's ever seen. We start being unable to hear him. You think you're losing a lot of blood. You're struggling, fighting to stay conscious. Everything starts to become a blur. Black dissolves in. Patient? Patient? To patient? You hear the doctor's voice, distant and echoed in your brain. You can no longer see anything at all. Patient? Hello? You feel some pain in your head subside. Medikwa must be stopping to check in on you. But it's too late. You're completely fading out. A bright, shining red dissolves in your vision. You start seeing wobbly figures and strange imagery. This can't be real. Can it? Has your lack of blood led to a hallucination? A dream? You can't move, speak, or do anything but embrace what's about to be shown to you. Patient? You hear muffled screams from Medikwa, but your vision fully consumes you. The following scene contains bright colors and some flashing imagery. Continue? Yes? Wait, what? What? Hi? Wait, what is going on? Why? What? Hi? Hello? I don't know what I'm looking at. Medikwa? Apples. Okay, I'm being asked to wake up. Okay, got it. You wake up. You're drenched in sweat and blood. There you are! Oh goodness, I really thought I somehow lost you. You started freaking out in your sleep. Something about me dancing? You were completely gone. Whew. He lets out a huge sigh of relief and leans back to relax himself. How's that feel? Being nice and tumorless. You frantically look around. You're sitting in the waiting room with a bandage on your head and lollipop in your hand. How are you? You don't quite know how you're still alive. You thought that was death facing you, but yet you're still here, breathing. You pinch yourself just to make sure it's not another hallucination. Ouch! Somehow you feel better than ever. You feel amazing even. You're not sure if it's adrenaline making you feel great or Mediqua is, well, just that talented. How is that possible? You look confused. I guess it is scary and, well, I guess it is scary to faint and fade out. As I assured you, you're all well and good. He pats you on the back and smiles. His smile seems sincere. Hope I did a good service for you today. Huh. He did. Somehow. You feel the best you have in years. Thank you, Mediqua? Oh, so polite. Thank you for your service. Such a valued patient. So friendly and unfussed. You can come back anytime, okay? Next one's on the house. A gift from me to you. Wasn't this one free? Then you remember. You feel your left ear. It's missing the top half. He actually took half your ear. We did agree on that, no? Plus, it did a good job. It looks clean and natural. Honestly, it could be the next fashion trend. Half ears. That's awesome. I mean, people get surgery to look like that all the time. Like, people who want to look like elves. I think. People like that, right? Elves? What are people into these days? You guess it isn't an arm or a leg or an eye. And your ear seems to have healed itself already. Somehow. Well, would you look at the time? As much as I value you, dear patient, there are many patients I must prep myself for. He offers you a hand to sit up, which you hesitate to take. But you look up at him, and part of him seems so kind in a way. So you take his hand and stand up. Stay safe, okay? Remember, you're always welcome back. And I'll make sure to heal any ailments you have, ever. He gently pats your back and shoves you out the door. You begin to leave, with Mediqua waving you off. He waves for a while as you keep walking further from the building. He smiles the whole time. Doing a crazy surgery on you really made him happy. It would be crazy to say, but you think you actually might want to return. You don't know how he did it, but you feel amazing. Maybe you'll become a regular. Ending. Dreams. Okay. Anyway, that was Open Love Surgery. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this game for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And yeah, this was a weird adventure. I'd have to say, like, I don't know how to feel about Mediqua. I don't know how to feel about it. He's really quirky, and I did enjoy some of the scenes, okay? And I did like that you could actually flirt with the doctor. Like, oh god, the developer definitely knows what we wanted. They definitely know. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.